I'm actually reusing 2 clips. I say 1 later, but it's 2. Look at the color change. It's them. They're all right there. The whole clan's right where you're seeing. That's how they do it. It's not supposed to be easy for you.
What's that?
Okay, see, I don't know it at the time, but I'm under their influence. You'll hear me say they're right next to me. You can even hear it if you listen. And then I forget that as well. And then I forget that I just zoomed on them. This is how this works. You're not supposed to understand this. Not supposed to make sense to you right away. You know, you always hear the question, why is it blurry? Why are pictures of Bigfoot always blurry? It's like, the question really should be, why are... We're zooming across a canyon into their magic. Okay, I know these guys. I'm not suggesting this is him. I'm telling you this is them. I've known them for 5 years. If you want to learn the subject, watch. If you're going to fight it, why bother? It's amazing to me how there just happens to be 3 sticks there. And I'm zooming from one of the most amazing worlds.
Hey, you guys, you see the head with the eyeballs over there? I think I see them over there. I'm just saying that because I got noises to my right. He could just throw me off the cliff because I'm on a cliff. It's right there. They could just be like, whoosh.
Now I'll talk about anything but what just happened.
like maybe like 800 feet. Something like that. It's like 8 story, or no, not 800 feet. How many stories? So no, it's not 8. It's more than 80. Yeah, it's 800 feet down. That's crazy. Let's see if we can just get one more little look. It's my lower back. I don't know why it's hurting me today. It's sore from all the
I have no memory at all of what just happened.
Uphill.
I didn't until I saw the
I'm
video.
going to the doctors for that soon.
You'll see the coloration coming out of that special boulder on the ground at the beginning. Hey, I'm here with you guys. I'm just going to watch this with my mic open. It's the only repeat clip, because I'm zapped out of my mind. I didn't remember any of this until I watched the video. Why didn't I stay on the best structure of the day? I just leave. They're right on the other side of that little hut. It's an X that is met at the center of the X by a hut with a tree that goes out of the hut and meets the X.
Guys, I gotta sleep good tonight.
This is the spot.
A trident. Look at the trident.
Zapped.
It's a trident, and then look at that.
And then I give you the rest of the descent and the gifts.
It's not quite what I'm looking for yet, what I want to show you guys this year, but this is a great...
This is exactly what I'm looking for.
This is a great
What am I talking about?
I kind of wish... See, you guys have to understand, I don't try to see them. Only some days. Because it ruins it. I'm telling you, there's no coincidence. I saw them, and not one thing has happened besides...
Whenever I sound over ridiculous, you know something's going on.
Not one noise, not one nothing. It's not... Usually doesn't happen. Like I said, though, typically the noises when guys like, you know, Mark, you don't understand. They did wood knocks at me. I'm like, listen, I understand more than you could ever possibly imagine how much I understand. They don't wood knock. They did not wood knock at you. It's all connected here. It all goes from the teepee. Look at all the conduits again from the teepee. Every direction you could possibly imagine. One's just budding, things like that.
Keep in mind the crows have been following me. I'll show you in a second. I just didn't put the clips in because it's monotonous listening to me.
To distract.
And then the Black Hawk crosses here too as well. I just left it out. It's the last video.
Now I have been in many situations where they were, but you have to understand, they are far and few. We're talking about out of thousands of trips. Okay, thousands of times I've done this.
This is ridiculous because it hasn't been thousands of times. It's been about 1,000, a little bit over 1,000 times, without counting exactly.
45 minutes with them. Pine cones, copying each other's noises with our, like, making grunting noises, or then we were doing different whistles than we did for 45 minutes. I did that with one. My people know, like, not my people, but like, people that have been watching me for a long time. Ants, okay? There's a huge difference. Look how fluffy. It's all like nice and it's all the topsoil. They deal with the topsoil, not the nutrients. X.
I'm trying to say they are in the topsoil where the nutrients are.
Because there's so much. I film, you guys, I have 5 hours.
Wrong.
4 hours
It's all in order.
today. Literally. And be the steepest part of the hill where I can't walk. They don't have a problem not only walking there, but building amazing structure. Here's the crows.
People ask me to put these extra
4
clips, and I
hours later,
probably wouldn't have made a
look,
video
look,
of it, but I'm just going to call it like the descent, like, because I'm descending down this steep 1 mile hill.
Of course. I'm right here! Make it easier for you. So not only are those 3 pushed up, but they have 3 symmetrical, perfect X's at the bottom. When I say symmetrical, I could be misusing that term, I just mean perfect. You could have an X that's a little lower, you could have it, these are perfect, and they make all kinds of X's. So a lack of education in the subject makes idiots comment with stupid comments, because it's funny, it's their lack of knowledge that they're commenting on, not what I'm showing. He shows up for one minute, He probably didn't even watch the whole video. Look at this. Another TP structure. Excuse me. Oh man, that's not coronavirus. Vapors cough. I'm just kidding. We're not. You guys are, I'm staggering these clips, so it's hard to tell you where I am in the day, but look at this, right? And then they're all here, and then watch this push. It starts right there. There's 4 or 5 trees that start getting pushed uphill, okay? A really steep hill, and then they all get wrapped up at the top together. And this is, one of the steepest hills. I'm going straight down it. It's really not that bad to go down. You can really get hurt by doing that, stepping on a rock and slipping. But if you just go tree to tree, nice and slow, and boom, grab your tree, you're good to go. They're all on this hill. Hills are literally meaningless to them. Making noise right behind me. Look at the structure. It's on the steepest hill. Look at it. There's paths for little people or whatever underneath it. Brand new rocks, right? That was pushed up. These were pushed. Look, one from down there, one from all the way down there. There's an X sideways right there. Look at that X. Look at that thing. And then follow the one. The reason that you want to see this over and over is because when you go out there, well, first of all, it's just it's just for your entertainment if you want it to be. Otherwise, if you're doing it to help yourself out there, I'm a good teacher as far as giving you the tools. I'm not a great speaking teacher, you know what I mean? Where we're like, oh, I love Mark. He's such a good teacher. I'm just good at giving you the secrets. I'm not a public speaker. Could I have been a teacher? No. No way. There's no way. You gotta give those teachers a lot of credit. Look at this thing. You guys, I'm taking this. Sorry. Those crows are on top of my head. They're right there. I told you. Look. I'm right here. You don't have to send those crows over here. You can if you want, but it's almost like annoying. All day they've been checking on me from a distance. I told you they weren't close today, didn't I tell you? Wouldn't it make a better video if I was like, dude, they're right over there? I think I said it once or twice because they were. But for the most part, I felt, man, I got goosebumps earlier. That was crazy. But for the most part of the day, he's circling around me. Oh my God, only certain people are going to get that one. Look, I'm still in this incredible area. You guys, this is literally, what's my camera angle there? 70% grade, something like that? 90 would be that, so it's 60 to 70. Who cares? It's steep. I'll get a message. Mark, that was only 58%. You got to stop, being inaccurate. It's like, okay, sorry. Look at the X. The X right at the bottom. And then from the X, what do we have? A trail on it. Let's just say it's a 65-degree angle. And it comes up. There is no other trails except for the one that goes under the X and goes out that way. And underneath those big pushover trees, it looks like little people walk around. I shouldn't say little people anymore because they're not us little. I think that's what happened. Guys, like, did you say little people? Unsubscribed. It's like, why would that be so hard to believe anyway? It's just your brain that's not believing it. Why, if there's a person, that's a miracle in itself. Okay, every one of you is a miracle, in my opinion. Even the crack babies, you're a miracle, and you have every right to be here. Just because you didn't have two loving parents, and you somehow got here by accident. That, to me, I know it's a personal thing, and I think it does. I think it does and should affect you because that makes you human. But just know, and I'm not trying to say something that makes you like me. I think that you are just as important as the other person that wasn't adopted and had two perfect parents. You know what I mean? That's meaningless as far as you being a human being. That only matters to you. Your friends, your family, like not your family, like, whoa, those kind of people don't care about that stuff. They might even love you more because of it. If I was adopted, I don't know how I would feel. I've been so blessed with the best parents in the world that I've never really thought about that. How I would be if I was adopted instead. I think I'd be dead by now. I'm not even kidding. My parents are just, growing up, are just lifesavers. They still are. This is nuts, look. It's the only way. That's how you do it every time, especially here because it is super steep. Super duper. I picked the tallest. I didn't mean to. I was gonna walk down the whole way down on the outside. I think I would have been home by now. But I saw that incredible, giant structure that I filmed. And once I got down to it, I decided to take the tough way home, just in case there's something, which I have seen. I'm seeing there's stuff in here. But just in case, who knows, there's a bar of gold down there, we'll find it. I'm worried about everybody, worried about this, about doing this, worried about our economy, about our country, about our world. Is this just a smokescreen? I've seen enough posts on Facebook where, yes, a lot of people believe something is this is bigger than what it is. And you look around the world, they all just walk around like a bunch of sheep, not knowing anything about that it's probably something different. They have no idea that this whole world is a facade, is curtains pulled over their eyes. That doesn't make sense, but that's what it is. Oh, sorry, I'm zoomed in the whole time? I'll have to edit that. If it didn't move, maybe not, but I thought I was zoomed out. Trail, not snow. I can't wait to get up higher. It's amazing. They always walk where these trees are. You can even see the footprints. They go that way. That's how Bigfoot walks, or whatever they are. They always stay within their realm. It's a lot of people that have been hoaxing that are in for a huge shock. Pretty soon. Wait till I. Just give me a little more time. There's people, all the people that lied to you, any fake pictures, all of that stuff, they're going to be all exposed. God, those rocks are so square looking. I want to take a look at those rocks. So if you're one of those people, or if you're thinking about lying to make your video more interesting, or making up stories, be very careful. Oh my God, look at the rocks. They just look like, I'm far away, but they look like they're stacked up. Looks like a face. I know they are because I know that spot, and I know they're right there. You see how I think they fit in like that? It looks just like the petroglyphs. They love to create those shadows. See that shadow in there? And they sit in those corners. Remember, this is mostly a nighttime thing. We have the day, they have the night. So in the daytime, they're always, not always, but I think in most places like this, they are right there, of course, as I've shown you hundreds and hundreds of times, but it's different. They stay attached to stuff and sit there, and at nighttime, you know, if you could see like this, they'd just be right there. They'll just be walking right across the field. It's a whole different story at nighttime. Think about at night right there. You could run around naked for the rest of the Earth's history and never be seen by a human being again, as long as you did it at nighttime. Actually, you could probably do it up there in the day and no one would ever see you. Blatant. You've never seen anything like that in your life. Look at that. That's 50 feet in the air. And then leaner coming down. You've never seen. Don't you love how I tell you exactly what you've done? Let's go this way. You have to, even if you know, like I'm talking to people that do know me, remember, I say the dumbest thing sometimes, and I'm exaggerating like overly for, like I think it's funny for some reason, because I have the maturity level of about an 8-year-old. So I can't help but to do that stuff, like to taunt you like a little bit. Just part of what I do. I got a bust on you. I'm busting on a couple thousand people right now. You're all, as far as I'm concerned, you're all here with me right now. I couldn't, if it wasn't for that, why would I do this? I've already accomplished, like what I mean, I need to know more, but so much that on a personal level that I'm cool. Like I don't need, I would be leaving mysteries behind, you know, like who are they and all that stuff, which I think is the most important things are yet to come. I hope, look at that. These are all markers. I think this is part of a giant world that's like 10 miles long, you know. And when you get to where 10 miles is from here, it's out of control. I've been to a place that connects to here 10 miles away. And it's one of the best places I've ever filmed. And it's technically connected to this. Technically. Like, look at this hill. Oh, I'm on one of their Sasquatch highways. Lori, you think you're ready? I mean, Lori's probably not watching this unless Brandon's making her. But I want to torture Lori a little bit. Lori, don't worry. There's so many things here. You guys are going to be here for like 6 days. You can be with us every second. But if you want to do like a girls thing or something, you know, or just go shopping, I'll give you Brandon's credit card. And we'll drop you off in Vale Village for like a few hours. And it's such a fun place to be. I think it's more of a boyfriend-girlfriend vacation, but you're welcome to bring a friend if you wanted to. You know, if you were thinking that you would rather do stuff like that while we're out in some of these. I won't take you anything crazy, but we have a couple, nothing like this. But anyway, I'm just looking for it. I was just thinking about you, so I'm hoping that everything works out with that, and I see you guys in July. And I will torture you just slightly, but it won't be too bad. Depends what you guys want to do. The torturing is up to you guys. It depends on what, you know, just exactly how good do you want to do. Like, what do you want to, how good do you want this to get? You know, but by then we'll have some great spots to find. All right, over and out. Let's do these gifts. Oh my God. That was, I am hurting. Look at that. Coming down, up and down that whole hill. It's so long. It's literally at 1 mile at the highest peak of this hill behind me. And I came down the furthest one. It's so steep and so dangerous. Oh my God, man, I fell a couple times, unavoidably. And it's all marked by that X when you first start. See, some random guy comes in, some Bigfoot, he's like, well, maybe I could live here. And he sees that, and he's like, uh-oh. Let me go talk to the welcoming community. That's what that's for. That's what that X has to be for. It's not just for them. They know they live here. That thing's set up basically at the beginning of everything. All right, let's go do these gifts. Oh. Give me a minute. If that's not an arrow pointing right at that X, I don't know what is with the stick on top of it. It points right at the, you can't see it from here, but there's an X right there. It shows you exactly where to go. Then you go try that, then you take a left and you're in the Dogman world, which is just, once you go up, I don't know, half a mile, it's Dogman world just to the left. And then once you come out of here, this is what you see. And that's where the gifts were. I figured this was kind of like a common area, and the grid's on the other side by the river. So here's my prediction. I really hope it's all gone. If it's not, I don't know why, but I really have a hard time believing that they're going to take what I call bear, the Bigfoot that Cindy sent me. And if he's still there, I may still leave him for a little while. Like I said, they're not all back. There's some guardians here and stuff, and they might not be messing around. So I'd like to leave that thing for another week. It should be doing okay. It hasn't really rained. I have it like kind of under a tree. It'd have to pour rain to get that thing wet. But there are other rocks I'm interested. My sticker probably most likely is gone. They always take my stickers, at least to where I know them. I don't know about here. They love stickers. I don't know what it is. Don't leave them apples or food. They don't want your apples and they don't want your food. Okay, they're not pets. It's an insult. Snicker bar, you know, is a little different. You know, look at that. You see how they do it? These are all these other ones. These like, there's other little things. They're this big, and they go all over the place. They run all through here, and you'll never see their footprints, and you'll never see a mark from them. And they do things like that. I filmed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of, and I'm not even talking about the ones that are blurry. You know what? Let's leave the camera going the whole time. Just so there's no question about this. Where is it? There's the new structure. There's all that new area where they put all that stuff up. Look how they're in here. All of this stuff would just be down on the ground. There'd be no bends, there'd be nothing, no ground glyphs. Just nothing tucked. Just sticks, just trees laying on the ground. No bends. No bows, no blades, leave your weapons here. What's that from? Oh, Robin Hood. Haven't seen that in years. No blades, no bows, leave your weapons here. That was a good movie, Robin Hood with Kevin Costner. Kevin's my neighbor. Get Kevin to come out with me. He could be my bodyguard. So funny. What is this? I think it's in here. It's hard to tell from this side. Oh, look at the teepee little thing now. Did I show it? You'll tell me. I don't remember that because I was too fixated on this. I just saw something move again. Right over there. Just ignore it. What are you gonna do? No one's gonna believe you, and you're not. If you go over there, you're not gonna. Uh-oh. Oh, he's been touched. See, that's the catch with this. That happens in Bigfoot universe. The kids play with it. I don't know this for sure, but I'm almost sure based on so many times. Or different, whatever you have. Like I had sunglasses there once. They took the sunglasses and wore them. And they would always be moved. No matter, every single time, every item I leave, even rocks, are moved. Like they used them, let me know they moved them, but it was almost like, Mark, thank you. We looked at them, but we can't take them, Mark. Something like that. Before I go crazy. Oh yeah. I want you to go back, if you care. First of all, look at that. I want you to go back and look at the video. Because I'm telling you, that dude's ears weren't sticking out like that, and he was completely underneath that tree. He was in there. Oh, you know what it was? I think his ears were like this. He definitely has been moved. I put his ears because I didn't want it to ruin it, because it's an Easter Bunny Bigfoot. And I just didn't want the ears to be affected, so look at this. No sticker. It's very breezy in here, though. I'm trying to take a quick look. I know I wedged the sticker for hurricane winds. No Nancy Rock. No seashell? I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out. No seashell? Did they play with you? They probably think he's a trick. I'll tell you right now, I can't swear because my memory could be wrong, but as far as my memory goes, I swear that those ears, that it looked just like this in the video. You might even see a little purple. I think you're even seeing more. You'll have to check Cindy to see if his ears were out like they just were. I tucked them back in. No face rock. The quartz they didn't touch, which is unbelievable to me. But I guess there's probably 50 billion pieces like that. Look at that, you guys. You see how long it takes to zoom there? It gives you an idea of how long it takes. You don't realize the contours in between. That's not the top either. It's being blocked. You know, it just goes up and then it goes like this and it goes back up and it's all blocked. Man, was that brutal. I'll take that. My sticker's gone. The face rock, of course they love the face rock. But the quartz is there and so is that dude. I have a feeling they can't take him. You could put anything inside that. That could be tricks, you know, as far as they're concerned, I don't know. But I did notice the ears. They probably played with it. What about the time I left, way back in the beginning, we left that button? That was easy. You hit the button, it was one of those big red buttons. That was easy. I'm telling you, I told this guy Dave when we were setting it up, I said, they're gonna come in at night. He's gonna touch that thing, and he's gonna jump 20 feet in the air when that thing says that. They have never seen anything like that in their lives, I don't think. That was easy. It yells, kind of. And I get there, everything is gone, and that thing is 30 feet away. I'm telling you, I saw the whole thing in my brain. It was like, so one of them pushes it, and I'm picturing not a Bigfoot like one of the others, pushes it, and he just freaks out. Like he's like, ah! And he threw the thing. I know what happened when I saw that. That's all on video. I just don't know what videos. Way back when, like 4 years ago actually, 5 years ago maybe even. Way at the beginning, gifting there. That was cool, man. I knew he lost it when he hit that button. There's no way that button was 30 feet away. No animal would ever touch that button. A bear might even sniff it because of my scent, but that was it. He wouldn't carry it 30 feet while it was talking. There's no way. That was moved last time I was here. Again, it's one of those arrow types, heart shapes. The grid's down there. I've already filmed this, so I'm not going to do it. That's not the grid, but this is all connected to it, which is really right. All right, let me walk out of here, you guys. Let's leave Bear there. He's in great condition besides his pricklies that he got walking in here. He got so many. He's doing great. If I saw any wear and tear on him, I'd probably take him because, you know, that was a gift and I don't want to ruin him. But I want to leave him there. I might even try him in Bigfoot Universe because that's the ultimate. And if they don't touch him there, it still doesn't mean anything, but it could be a sign that, you know, don't waste your time with stuffed animals. Even if it is a Bigfoot or maybe even another. It's more like an Ewok. Another. Just because you're another doesn't mean you're cool. You're not cool. You know, others are, I just don't know what they are, so they have to be the others. You know where I get that from? Lost. I named them the others. So when I'm dead and people are like, oh yeah, those are just the others, I made that up. That's what they'll say. I'll be like, well, I did. Okay? The video proof is all there and always will be. It's a great thing about video. People can't lie. They can lie on it, but if you go back to check, it's great proof of who said and who started what. They were right on this star structure last time. Little tiny guy. He was right there. Look at all the sticks in the ground. Who saw the timestamp? I'll put it in if it's easy for me to find. Actually, you know what? I won't put it in. Damn it! I forgot to do that. Darn it! I mean, I got the new PC back, and I didn't all the work. I've done a lot of work on my other PC in the last couple of weeks, and I haven't moved it over yet. And that picture is on there, so I won't show you that one. Oh yeah, so is my Dogman picture. Oh man, I might have to go to Energy Overload and find it. ever since I saw him today. It's too windy, but I think I see a head right there. It's a chicken. Guys, right there, I was right there. And I was zooming down, right on the other side of that little hill, right there, zooming over to those rocks. And I was zooming on something they didn't want, and I got the two most unbelievable wood knocks. I was right in those pine trees up there. And then there's something happening right there. See if I can get one going 80 miles an hour. I can't. Let's see. One shot, we can pause it. They're all on this hill too. You know, that's what I'm trying to show people now is that, you know, I used to think you'd have to go way out in the middle of nowhere when really they can be on an empty hill just like that. You know, places that you'll never think that they would be. You know, there's different situations. I don't know what's on those hills, but they just sit. You know, all over the hill. We've filmed them just sitting all over the grass. You know, in some kind of technology or something. You know, let's just call it. You know, I mean, I don't know what else to call it but tech. It's something we don't understand. There's a way they do this. These aren't abilities they hold on their own. There's help. I believe every living being is limited no one's Superman, in my opinion. Is there a Superman out there, like even in like a super alien? I don't think so. I really don't believe that. I'd have to see it to believe. No, are they strong? Can they just rip your body in half? Maybe, because they're just big and strong. But I truly believe that any breathing being in any universe is limited to that. You know, they have limitations. There's you know, it's reality. Let's just be honest. I mean, no one flies. No one defies gravity. Things like that. So I just truly believe that, you know, however they do this, it was carefully thought of to keep us separate. You know, like that's why I believe they might have either we came in later or they came in later. This didn't happen at the same time, and that there was a plan to keep us separate. You know, and I think it's been a long time since that plan, and the world's changing, as you can all see right before our eyes. You know, you drive in your car and go to the store, it doesn't really seem like it, but it is. Everything is changing. It has to. You know, is it evolving? I don't know. Who even knows what that word means, really? I mean, we know what it means, but you know, I like the word change more because we're not evolving. We're just, things are changing. Times are changing. All right, we've been saying that for, I don't know, 50 years probably. You just got to understand that there's. Think about we figured this out. What haven't we figured out? You know, like what don't even we want to know? I don't even want to know. I got my hands full. Guys, like, listen, Mark, the aliens landed and had dinner with me. I'm like, great. I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. I was just standing in the middle of beings the other day. Like I have my own problems. Look how pretty it's starting to get, you guys. It is the time. I'm so ready. I love that boulder that just sits up in there somewhere. There's a big, beautiful boulder up there.